Welcome to Virtual Realms, and we're going to take another look today at the M60 Patton. You see, I think that I have left you with a wrong impression. I said that many of my best fights ended up in me losing or dying by the end of the match, and I wanted to show you that that is not always the case. Berserker God here is living up to his name, charging me head-on in a LAV-150 for some unknown reason. And he doesn't last very long, but I had a lot of fights that were just like this. Maybe a couple of kills, pretty straightforward, but the battle taken as a whole tended to be a little on the boring side from start to finish, with just a few high points of excitement in the middle. Well, we're going to take a few of those high points and put them all together for you. I'm not trying to blow my own horn. More, I'm trying to show you exactly what the M60 Patton is capable of, what its weaknesses are, and more importantly, what it's really good at. It's a tough tank. This old warhorse has been around a long time, and against the tanks that its tiering puts it against, it is more than capable of holding its own, given the right situation. Situations like this on the Port Storm map. This is nearly an ideal hunting ground for the Patton. You see, its mobility is a little bit limited. It's not as fast as many of the other tanks that it comes up against. But it does have a very bouncy front and a very good gun. And it can more than hold its own in a fair fight as long as it doesn't have to cover a lot of ground quickly to do so. This T-62, well, he's doomed, so I'm going to put a shot through this box and do damage to him anyway. I'm pleased to see that that game mechanic is in place. I wasn't sure if I could damage him by shooting through those boxes. And he's quickly finished off by my teammates on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and push forward. I've got Dominica Sarge here with me. Oh, and I was a split second too late to pick off that Scorpion. But I've got backup now, and I'm in good shape. That fella up there, he did a good job of dodging my shot. I zigged and he zagged. That worked out pretty good for him, but his team's in a bad situation right now. We're winning 7-0. I'm going to put a shot into that Patton, and my heat shell goes straight through it. Passed through is the message that it gave me. Well, that should have hit his gun mantlet head on, and if anything, been stopped by it, but it passed through. So there's a bug there that's going to have to be dealt with. Now I have the side of his turret, and that's a nigh-on perfect target for my heat shell, and it does enormous damage to him, takes him out of the fight. Let's see if I can get another sneaky shot. Nope, my teammates have already polished off the other tank that was up there on the ridge ahead of me. Now here's the weakness of the Patton coming into play. I'm on the other side of the ridge from just about the entire enemy team. I would love to get in on finishing the team off over there, but I just don't have the speed to get over there in time. Not even close. I have to work my way around these cargo containers and along this ridge, and well, there's just not enough time left in the match to do so. So I'm missing out on kills that I could easily have taken before the end of the match. That's the drawback of the Patton. Being able to be where you need to be in a timely fashion. Still, that's one reason why this map, Port Storm, is particularly well suited to the Patton. Often, you don't have to move that quickly to get into an ideal spot to flank the enemy. There are so many nooks and crannies and pass-throughs and shortcuts through this pile of shipping containers that you can often slip around without having to be a speedy, fast tank. Now, the quick tanks enjoy it as well, I'm sure, but it works out really well for the Patton. The crane got in my way, unfortunately. But it's burning now, so I feel better, and I'll knock over a light post on the way just for spite. I now need to catch this 262, and he is faster than I am, but fortunately, I have Chickawaba, and his LAV 150, who is going to harass that T62 and draw his attention. Chickawaba does a wonderful job of doing this and manages to keep himself alive, which is even more important. I'm going to come around and I'm going to end up having a perfect shot at this fella if Chickawaba will not get in the way. There we go. Took a hit, but I gave a better one in return. The T-62 driver, Porky, allows himself to get distracted by that AMX firing on him from the ridge and gives me a perfect side shot. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. There are a lot of armored fighting vehicles in this match, and they provide the perfect distraction to allow me to slowly and steadily get in the position that I want to be in. Now the match is drawing to its close. We've got quite a good lead built up, and I have positioned myself, fortunately, at the end of the ridge so I can actually participate in the end game. There's an M113 down there that is hiding out, and he's going to take out one of my teammates, and we really can't have that. I've got elevation. All I need to do is proceed up the ridge and line up my shot. He bursts into a glorious fireball. There's a scorpion ahead of me too that is just over the ridge. I'm going to go ahead and pursue. I'm hoping that he will make a mistake and head away from the ridge, seeking cover amongst the transportation canisters down below, but he's a little too cagey for that. I actually get up here in time to take a shot, but he is smart enough to stay just under my gun's arc of fire and hug the base of the ridge. He's a smart Scorpion driver, at least when it comes to dealing with larger tanks. He took advantage of the cover he needed to, in a manner that he needed to do it in. Now if he's smart, he'll be heading deeper into those containers to stay out of my field of fire, but he runs into Chickawabu, and Chickawabu finishes him off easily. Last target. This is going to be a bit of a tricky shot. There we go. Oh, so close to finishing him off, and before I can reload, my teammate gets the kill. But that's okay. At least I got to take part this time. So yes, this old warhorse may be a little limited in some respects, but she knows her way around the battlefield. And a lot of hard-won experience went into her design. I'm going to stop talking now and let the song explain what I mean. Or to put it another way, when you put the Patton in the right situation, she can be a real bitch. Sorry about the language, kids, but it just had to be said. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm getting awfully tired of fighting in the desert. So, what say we have a little change of scenery? Yes, going from one extreme to the other. From burning sands to ice and snow. You know, I still find it a little bit amazing that these tanks and even older ones have to do everything that they normally do, entering into heavy combat, and still perform at as close to peak efficiency as possible in the harshest weather conditions and extremes possible. That's just a little bit amazing. Well, right now I'm proceeding down this road toward the enemy encampment. I'm not completely alone. Way back up the road there are a couple of LAV-150s that are just kind of hanging out, and a Scorpion camping our base. Well, perhaps he was unable to log into the match successfully, who knows. But that leaves me up here all by my lonesome. Or am I? No, I'm not alone. There's an enemy tank right behind me up on that ridge. I'm glad he poked over that when he did. Otherwise, I might never have seen him. Well, I would have eventually seen him when he put a round into my rear. To get to him, I'm going to have to climb up this icy embankment. He's actually in a very good spot up there. And he's going to be more than a little difficult to get to. You see, I'm going to have to expose myself to his fire to get over this lip of snow ahead of me. Maybe I can fake him into firing a shot. No, he's not going to fall for that. He's a little too cagey, so we're going to have to do this the hard way. I'm going to have to eat his first shell. Alright, he's fired, so now I have to go on the offensive quickly and catch him before he reloads.
Target lock.
We're going head to head, so a sable round is appropriate. I managed to score some heavy damage with it. We'll stick with this for the moment, grinding nose to nose here. I'm taking a lot of damage too, but I've got him at the disadvantage. I'm switching over to heat to see if I can extend that lead. I'm going to put one right through his engine deck. He's almost dead, but he could still kill me fairly easily and almost does. I'm going to back up so I can punch it straight through his top deck in front. That was a little closer than I would have liked, and I'm not in very good shape. He tore me up pretty good. And this is the main reason why I wanted to include this fight in a video. Thunder 9556 congratulates me after our little tussle up on that snowy ridge. And my eyes had already flicked to the map and to the fight on the other side of the ravine over there, and I completely missed it. Thunder, you're right. That was a great fight, and thank you for that. And I'm sorry that I missed your congratulatory post in chat. Well, now I have a situation. We are about to win this match, but the end of the fight again is on the other side of the map. Much, much too far away for me to have any chance of becoming a part of it. So I'm going to enter the cap circle, not with the intention of capping, but in the hope that I can draw some of the combatants back over in this direction. The last enemy, T-62, is down, but there are two very fast light AFVs still out there, an M113 and an LAV-150, and I'm hoping one of them will be man enough to try and stop me from capping. It's the only chance I have to participate in the end of this match. My team's looking for him. There's the M113, and, well, he's pretty well surrounded, and he's not going to last very long at all, but where's that LAV-150? There he is. And holy smokes, he is tearing me up. That guy is hitting hard. I'm going to have to back up over this little ridge very, very quickly. He took over a quarter of my hit points with that burst, and he's still trying. Well, this could actually turn into a serious tussle here. If he flanks around behind me, he could kill me. I figure he's going to cut across my nose to the right to try and flank me, and he might succeed if I don't take him out with the first shot. I'm going to have to make this count. In the end, she does not let me down. Time to go, folks. Until I see you again, good hunting. Thanks for watching. I hope you were entertained. If you liked the video, please remember to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. And I'll see you next time.